5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hey pals, how are we doing? It's me. I'm back, question mark, because I did actually film a vlog a couple of weeks ago that never made it online because I never got around to editing it because I was moving. I'm now living with my brother. I moved 2 weeks ago. It's been absolute fucking chaos since then. So I've only just got around to filming anything, but yeah. So I feel like I've already caught you up because I did film that vlog that never made it online, but you never saw it, so you haven't been caught up. I've done my master's degree. That's kind of the only thing I had going on in my life really when we last spoke back in March. I think it's been like 6 months since I've uploaded anything. It feels like about 3 to me because I was fully not really present for a few of those months. But anyway, yeah, I've finished my master's degree. I've got all my grades back. I managed to submit and pass and do really fucking well actually in my dissertation, which has shocked me a little bit. Not because I didn't think I was capable of it, but I was like, too depressed to function for months and didn't think I was gonna submit one. I am kind of still in shock a little bit because I didn't think it was gonna happen. I genuinely just like was not living in a reality where that was gonna happen. So yeah, it's weird. It's a weird one. I graduate in November, so I'm now moved in. I'm now job hunting, which is always fun. But anyway, this is going to be a reading vlog because I need to read something. I want to read something. I've not read anything in weeks, really, and I want to get back on that. And today is Monday the 19th of September. It's a surprise bank holiday, and like I say, I'm not currently working, so it doesn't make much difference to me, but I am going to have like a cozy reading day. I am listening to the audiobook for Harrow the Ninth, which I need to finish so I can get on to Nona the Ninth, which has been a little bit, well, stressful in the most like first world problem kind of way because my pre-order has not arrived. I had an email from the store I bought it from 2 days after it released saying, oh, we don't have any copies, we're out of stock, we don't know when we're going to get it back in stock. Which is really annoying because surely you know how many copies of a book you're ordering and then you limit pre-orders to that number of books. I was having like a tizzy about that. I was like, oh, I'll have spoilers, and this is the one series in the world where I actually care about spoilers because usually I don't care, I'll forget them anyway. But this series is so much fun to read the first time through when you have no idea what's going on and you're just like, what the fuck, the whole time. And then you reread it and you have the full context, and like if you read the next book in the series than the first, like it all makes more sense, and it's so much fun to read the second time. It's not like better the second time, but it's just completely enjoyable in a really different way, and I don't want to spoil that for myself with Nona. So I was having like a stress of like, oh, but it's really hyped and I'll get spoilers, and then I remembered audiobooks exist, even though I'm listening to the audiobooks I listened to Gideon, I'm listening to Harrow. Something in my head was like, the audiobook for Nona, that's not a thing. Of course it's a thing, so I think I'm going to listen to Nona. And then I don't have to worry about my pre-order, I'll just let it arrive whenever it arrives. And that will be that. So that's the first book that I'm reading. I'm going to finish off Harrow. I've got, I think, about 2 hours left in the audiobook, so I'm going to try and listen to that today. And then the other book that I'm reading is on my Kindle, and it is the second book in the Daevabad trilogy, which is Kingdom of Copper? Because City of Brass, Kingdom of Copper, Empire of Gold. So yeah, I'm rereading Kingdom of Copper because I remembered that video I did at the beginning of the year where I said, oh, these are all the series I want to read in 2022. And surprise, surprise, I've not read a single fucking one of them. But I was like, I'll make some progress on that. Some progress. So I want to finish that book, hopefully finish it this week, because I think I'm about halfway through and it's actually a pretty quick read. So that's the other book that is currently on my currently reading pile, as it were. And then after that, I'm not really sure what to read because my books are still in boxes and a mess all over the house, so it might be an audiobook, ebook kind of situation until I get everything properly unpacked and situated, because there's actually not a lot of space in this house considering there's 2 of us here and I have truly I have too many books. But yeah, so that's where I'm at the minute, and I feel like I should have more to say because it's been 6 months, but really all I've done is be depressed and write a dissertation. So that's kind of it. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to read Harrow and then check back in with you when I've read something, I guess. I don't know where my ring light is, so we're working with this. I was going to listen to Harrow, and then I went downstairs and talked to my brother for like an age about theoretical physics and the origins of the universe, and now I'm tired, so I'm going to paint my nails and watch some YouTube instead, and hopefully read Harrow later, because I can't right now cope with the ending of Harrow. If you've read Harrow the Ninth, the ending was very confusing and weird, and I just don't have space for that right now because I'm still kind of thinking about my brother's new theory about the Big Bang and something to do with black holes. I'm not sure. Anyway, I've moved in with this, so this is my life now. Okay, I'm pretty sure the camera's wonky, the lighting is definitely not good, but it is what it is. It's also Tuesday. I have finished Harrow the Ninth, and I'm not okay about it. Again. Do you know what? This series is incredible because, like, I've read it before. I'd forgotten some of the big, like, plot twists and reveals, and some of the events I had forgotten, so those were a shock because I'd forgotten them. But even the stuff that I did remember, I was once again completely amazed by how Tamsyn and Muir brought everything together and kind of connected things up so that the big shocking events that happened, that were like major plot twists that I at least kind of didn't see coming, but like they do make sense. She didn't do that thing where she just threw in plot twists in order to confuse and bedazzle. It's just a really good series, but I am feeling really generally low today, so I'm not going to continue with the series right away. Yeah, I've got the audiobook, but I think I'm gonna not start it right away. I'm just feeling really shitty today. I'm just feeling really anxious. I'm feeling really like not good. So, and that's not the energy, that's not the vibe I want to go into Nona with, because I want to take my time with it. I want to enjoy it. I want to be like really paying attention, and I am gutted I don't have the physical book because I would really like to read it physically the first time through. I might this is just an excuse to go to a bookshop, but on the tiny minuscule chance that my local Waterstones has a copy, I might pop in today because I've got to go into town for a couple other errands. So I might see if they've got a physical copy of Nona. They won't. I'm just making excuses to go to the bookshop. But hey, what was the other book I was talking about? Oh yeah, The Kingdom of Copper, right? I've not read another page of that. I'm going to take my Kindle. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my Kindle with me. I'm going to run my errands, and then I'm going to probably pop into Waterstones anyway, and then I'm going to go to a coffee shop with my Kindle and read some of Kingdom of Copper. That book is one I've read before, so again, it's familiar, and also it's a little like easier going of a reading experience for me than the Locked Tomb series, because I'm honestly less invested. I think the Locked Tomb series is just, I mean, I've only read 2 books, but I think it's incredible. I truly do think it's like a little bit of a masterpiece of a series, at least in terms of what I like and what I look for. I've heard various criticisms of the series, and I'm like, I get it, that's fair enough. Some of them are extremely valid criticisms. I just don't care. I really want to save my energy for Nona, but I just don't feel the same way about the David series. I do want to finish it, but I care less about it. And also the second book is still a reread for me, so I know the general events, so I don't have to be like laser focused, paying attention and like taking notes in my brain. So I'm gonna leave it there, and I will catch you later. The ring light's back. I found it. I gave myself a haircut. I always feel like a whole new person when I give myself a haircut. It's been nearly 2 weeks. Hey pals, it's Thursday, and I am about to film a good God, what was that? About to film an actual video, and then I turned the camera on and immediately started chatting shit, so I guess this is a vlog update. I started Nona. I'm already not okay about it. I'm already not okay about it. I truly, deep in my soul, believe that you should read it without knowing a single fucking thing. So I really, really don't want to give any spoilers for it, and because it's the third book in a series that is so fucking weird that I truly can't tell you anything that's going on. I can't tell you who is there, or where they are, or what's happening. I don't know what's happening, so there's that. But I'm loving it. I'm loving it. City of Copper? No, Kingdom of Copper. Haven't read a single fucking page. I forgot to take my Kindle out with me whenever I said I was going to do that, and I just haven't picked it up, and I kind of think I don't care about it. I think I might just DNF the series because clearly its time has been and gone for me. They're not bad books. I'm not shitting on the books. I just don't think I care about them, and I don't want to get like reading slumpy because of it. Although here's the thing, and this is not groundbreaking by any means. I think, for me anyway, I'm not trying to deny anyone else's reading slump experience, but I'm going to put that down. Reading slumps don't exist, actually. It's just books I don't want to be reading, either because they're shit or they're boring or I don't care, or I would just rather be doing something other than reading. I'm not going to say reading slump anymore. They're fake. They're not real. And I kind of think that the David Bad trilogy at this point in time is just a series that I don't care about. They're 3 massive hardbacks. They are beautiful, but they're 3 massive hardbacks. I'm having to massively downsize all of my stuff, but particularly my personal library, because I just don't have a ton of space where I'm living now with my brother. And honestly, like, it's always a good thing, I think, to be weeding out books that I don't want to keep. And I think I might get rid of them. I have them on Kindle if I ever feel the urge to go back to them. And yeah, so I'm going to give it this week, till the end of this week. If I pick it up and I keep reading, then great. If not, then I might just say goodbye to them. I have a lot of train journeys this weekend. I might pick up Kingdom of Copper and keep reading, or I might not, and we'll see what happens. But that is a future problem. Not problem, just a future thing to... I don't have to worry about it right now. So, yes. I'm about to film a video. I'm about to film my sort of TBR for the autumn time. I'm really rambling. I'm forgetting to breathe. Yeah, it's not really much of an update because I can't say anything about the one book and I haven't read the other. So I will leave it there. I will film my video. I will hopefully get my sentences out in a way that makes more coherent sense. And I will catch you later. Hello, pals. It is Sunday evening. I'm gonna wrap up this vlog. If I look tired, it's because I am. It's about 9 PM. I've been going since 7 this morning. I've spent the last 2 days walking around Leicester, walking around London, being on trains, fainting on trains. I'm tired, but I have been reading, so let me tell you about it. I don't know when I last spoke to you. I think we last spoke on Thursday. I don't think I've read much more of Nona the 9th or listened to much more of Nona the 9th, but what I have read, I love. You know I love it. That much is obvious. I'm very much enjoying the audiobook, enjoying suffering. Simultaneously can't wait to be, like, want to keep reading, can't wait to, like, get through it, but also, like, I don't want it to end. So I'm just taking that at its own pace. I have officially decided to DNF the David Bad series. I've not read a page since I last said that that's what I was thinking of doing, and I just don't really want to. So I'm taking that off my TBR, and instead I picked up the Kindle edition, but I started The Blade Itself by Abercrombie, which was actually on my autumnal TBR that I posted on Friday, so I'm already getting on my autumnal TBR, which I feel very pleased with. I did find my place in the physical edition. I'm 100 pages in, and this book is, I think it's about 430 pages, so I'm almost a quarter of the way in. I absolutely flew through the first 100 pages while I was on the train yesterday. I didn't read much today because I was absolutely shattered and couldn't concentrate, but I am really enjoying this. Like I said in my video, had an inkling I would enjoy it. I'm very pleased to have these fancy special editions of the trilogy, and I think I'm going to continue to love it. One of the things I've heard about this is that the characters are really, really strong, and that their like arc and developments and building is really good, and so far that's definitely proving to be the case. We have met three, maybe 4 characters who I suspect are going to be like main players in at least this book, if not the trilogy. They're all interesting, they're all engaging. I like the little internal monologues that they've got. They're all very distinct from each other. I'm very intrigued as to some of the world building elements, and particularly the more like fantastical, magical elements that have been touched upon. I think I've heard about this, and what definitely seems to be the case so far is this is less of like a magical fantasy. Like, it's a fantasy world and that it's not our world, but it seems pretty based in like medieval Europe type of a setting, and I think it's more political than it is magical. But having said that, like I say, the kind of magical elements that have been touched on, I'm absolutely intrigued by. I want to know more. I'm hoping that's going to be really significant. So, loving this so far. And I think that's probably all I really have to say about it. I've just been enjoying it. I don't have a whole lot of thoughts as to how things are going to tie together. You know, that's not really how I read. I don't tend to think too hard about what I'm reading. I don't do a lot of like theorising and predictions as I read. I just kind of let the plot happen to me. And I am very content to let that be the case with this book. I think I'm going to really love the series. I think I'm definitely loving this first book so far, so that's really good. So I'm glad that I DNF'd the David Bad series because I just kind of didn't care, and I'm much more interested in seeing where this book goes. So that is that. So I haven't actually finished a book this week, but technically I did take 2 off my TBR because I took the David Bad trilogy off my TBR. So in that sense, my TBR is coming down, and hopefully I will get at least the Blade itself finished next week. Like I say with Nona, I'm not going to rush that, but I probably will finish it next week. But anyway, that's future Sylvie's problem. So for the time being, that is this week's reading vlog. I don't have anything too significant else to share with you. I did buy myself a couple of books I was in. I ended up having a lot of time to kill in London today because of just the way my trains worked out. And then I had about 5 hours to kill in London. So I did a little bit of shopping, I did a little bit of mooching. I went to the Natural History Museum to look at some rocks. Had a good old time. But I think those books that I've bought, I'm going to do a book haul at the end of September. So you'll just have to wait a couple of weeks to see those. I only bought myself 2. I did break one of my New Year's book buying resolutions. I'm only human. Resolutions are made to be broken. So, but yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there. And I hope that you enjoyed this reading vlog. I'm not quite sure how it's going to come together. I feel like it's been a very rambly week. I think all my weeks are pretty rambly. Considering I've had quite a long break from booktube and from filming, I think that's probably to be expected. So, all that being said, I'm going to leave this week here and start a new week tomorrow. I hope that you've enjoyed this video, this reading vlog, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.